Welcome everybody, I'm Dr. Sage Wolf, and this is my great practitioner,
BraveHeart.
and she today is going to be showing you how to make the ultimate chocolate shake. This is a great shake that you can have if you're like wanting, it's almost like a meal replacement at this point, because it's so filling, it's like really hearty. If I'm going to the gym and I need something to kind of like put me compact, this is going to be an amazing shake, and it tastes fantastic too. And I like chocolate personally, and so we're gonna be using like the Amino boost, but like if you're somebody who wants vanilla or like wants a different flavor, you're gonna just kind of have to outsource some like really good organic kind of like whey protein powder of some sort. And there's different brands out there. It doesn't really matter. Just kind of like really make sure you always look at the ingredients. You're not seeing that there's like fillers and gums in there, and it's more just like an organic whey protein. And that's gonna be more if you're wanting to kind of like put some more muscle on, you're doing more physical labor and you want to kind of have that compact meal. But then there's also going to be like different things. We'll probably come on here and do a couple lighter smoothies to just like if I just want some nice, easy, digestible, and that's going to kind of just keep me going, but not as much of a meal replacement. So she's going to kind of take it away and go over all the ingredients and how she makes this beautiful shake.
Thank you. So today we're going to put, this chocolate shake is amazing. It is like Sage said, Dr. Sage, meal replacement. And the main ingredient for me, my kids love the chocolate. So it would be the Amino boost, which is Dr. Detox Amino boost, which has all the aminos that you need for your muscles, for recovery, for everything. So we throw in, depends on for how many people this smoothie is. So we do between 1 and 2 if it's for 2 people. That's a serving, 2 servings, so that will be for 2 people. And that's the Amino boost, which is amazing. The smell, the taste is amazing.
And like the nice thing about the Amino boost, like if I was like kind of like snacky at nighttime and I will like kind of get a little bit of a sugar craving, some people will even just take it, especially after like a hard working day or you went to the gym or something like that. You're gonna take that and just put it in a cup of water. Stir that around, and it's like, it's not a bad consistency. I don't mind, I do that quite a bit because it's like, not like me, I don't wanna get a protein shake before bed, like that's super heavy. I'm going to sleep in the next like hour and a half, 2 hours. I wanna feel like I'm eating something as hearty as this, like, cause this is gonna be my lunch today. But I would just take that Amino boost, put it into some water, stir it around, and then that's gonna be able to be absorbed a little bit easier.
Yes, absolutely. After that, we'll put a little bit of milk. This is a milk replacement, which can be oat milk, almond milk, whatever you would like. I don't do dairy personally, but if you decide you want to, you can.
It's up to you. But like we kind of go, I go nut milk personally as well. Just once again, make sure you're looking at the kind of nut milk's ingredients, because there's a lot of nut milks out there. The bigger the brand, the more possible that they got some fillers in it.
Then we would use frozen bananas, which gives it a sugary flavor, which is amazing. So we do frozen. Make sure they are frozen so you can have that delicious taste.
Yeah, and the frozenness kind of turns it more into like a shake, not so much like liquid. And so that kind of makes it nice.
Then we do nut butter, whichever one you want, which could be, this is peanut butter, but you can do almond butter, you can do whatever you decide you want. And then you have some dates, which you can do 1, 2, 3, depends on how big your smoothie is. And then we also use sun formula.
The dates are going to make it pretty sweet as well.
Yes. You want to talk about sun formula, which is?
Yeah, so sun formula is like just a pure amino acid. You can put this into the actual, it's going to like be the Amino boost kind of like on steroids itself, because they're pure amino acids. I personally take them before workouts. Back when I was like, I remember I was training for gymnastics when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, and I was taking 3 sun formula before and then at the end of my training. And then people were asking my dad if I was like doing something weird or like taking certain like supplements, and I guess, but it is just a pure form of amino acids. And sun formula, I would say if you do go to the gym, you do work out, you want to keep your like muscle tissue like solid and strong, definitely something to look into. Somebody who just like wants to kind of boost their energy levels though, because most people don't get enough amino acids anyways, but just even boosting your energy levels, take like 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. If you're somebody who's pumping out a lot of energy throughout the day, I'd recommend taking maybe like 3 to 6 a day.
So, and then we will add a little bit of water. We use structured water, and which I didn't put it here, but this is what we use to structure our water, and this is also in the website Detox, which you could buy there, and it's the way to get the purest water, the most refreshing water there is.
Yeah, structured water is fantastic, and you can structure also the nut milk that we put in here. Some people even do their oils and stuff, if they cook with olive oil, they'll be structuring like that. And what structure does is inside you have a proprietary blend of crystals and gemstones. And it goes in both ways like a double helix. So it actually takes the molecular structure, regular tap water should be around 2,000 molecules per cell. So it takes quite a bit of effort to absorb that. But when it runs through the structure unit, it breaks it down to 7 molecules per cell. So your body's actually not having to waste as much energy to break down whatever liquid. Some people who drink wine and spirits, they'll even structure some of their wine because it's going to take out some of the acidity from it. It's going to neutralize some of those frequencies that are a little bit kind of radical, and it just makes it a little bit easier to absorb and not so harsh on that body. And so increasing the frequency, breaking down that structure so your body's not having to waste as much energy breaking it down. And everything's frequency. If people ask what is structured water? It's like a fast running river. If you go to a waterfall and nobody's pouring anything a mile up the road into the water, that water is going to be very healthy and fresh to drink because it's running over all these rocks and minerals, and it's churning, and it's causing all these different molecules to break down. So as I do it, it is fresh water. Why is there so many toxins now in our world? But when it rains out, the animals aren't dying still, the grass still jumps for joy. It doesn't make sense, but everything's a frequency. So if we break down that frequency, and even if there is chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals within the water itself, depending on where you get your water, it's a frequency. So your body's not going to take it on anymore. It's going to dispel those negative frequencies through sweating, peeing, your lymphatic system, and then it's going to absorb what it truly needs from that. So to structure a lot of the stuff going into the actual smoothie itself is giving that smoothie a high frequency. Mm-hmm. It's like doing the rice test. If you have kids, the rice test is so cool. Take 2 bowls of rice, put a little bit of water in them, and then have your kids, it's a good test for their mentality, have your kids every day telling one of those bowls of rice, I hate you, you're ugly, you're stupid, and then tell the other bowl of rice, I love you, you're amazing, you're beautiful, and you're gonna see how they change color so fast with the bowl of rice that you're speaking negative to, and the bowl of rice that you're speaking positive to stays pure for so long. And so it's a really cool test for your kids to learn, and even for us to do, to see, wow, frequency is everything. So by putting it through that, talking to your food and being thank you for giving me that nutrients. It sounds silly, but it's a thing. And so, continue along.
Okay. Then we can choose between these two or put both, depends on what you want to do. So we have the black diamonds, and which is humic fulvic in a crystal form. And this will cleanse your lymphatic system, will cleanse your
So
blood.
it's a humic fulvic combination. So the humic acid helps balance the hormones, helps chelate our weight, our weight in itself. So if you need to gain, lose weight, it'll kind of find that internal balance that's needed. The fulvic acid is going to help chelate nutrients more into the cells and help pull toxicity out, and helps bring over, it has 70 plus bioavailable nutrients that it's bringing in. So this is where everybody's different. We all have different opinions. She doesn't really care for the black gold in her smoothies. Mm-hmm. She prefers doing the black diamond. I prefer black diamond, only goes into all my drinking water. I prefer black gold in my smoothies. So to each their own. You can put black gold within, people sprinkle it on top of their salads. Mm-hmm. People put it in their coffee, who they drink coffee, and their teas, because they'll steep it in there. You don't need to have it all gritty, but you're steeping it with that actual, pretty much black gold itself. And so that's going to be really, really great to do. But she doesn't like it in her smoothie, so she puts the black diamond. The black diamond's even it's hyper concentrate of it. It's even just a smaller molecular size. And so they're both fantastic. They're both kind of similar. One's a little stronger than the other. I just prefer this one for food, and then that one for water. But everyone's different.
Okay, and then last we do the ice. and it's whatever, how icy you prefer it. So, and then you can put cinnamon oil or peppermint oil just to make it like minty, or you can put cinnamon.
Yeah, like a chocolate mint or like a chocolate cinnamon drink.
Detox, yeah, and it's amazing. Either or you can do, and it's just so good. So, and then we just blend it. I think I need more water in there, but I will do that real quick.
So at this point though, like this is great in itself. If you're somebody who really likes getting at it, active in the gym and stuff like that, right now is when I would be putting raw eggs into it.
Oh yeah.
And so raw eggs are going to be fantastic. When you eat a raw egg, you're gonna absorb around 72 to 76% of that raw egg. When you have a cooked egg, especially a hard-boiled egg, you're getting around down to only 12% absorption because we're losing a lot of that nutrients. The more you cook something, the more you're gonna lose it. But the thing is, raw vegetables for somebody who's super duper slow at digestion, if we're working on a perfect day for them, we might not just put them on fresh and raw immediately because raw vegetables might still be hard on their digestive tract because they're not fresh enough in here. So we might do more like juicing and smoothies as a diet, things that are more like mulchified and already easier to break down for the body. So it really depends on where you're at and what you're wanting. But this is when I would put the raw eggs in now because you don't want to be blending the raw eggs constantly throughout the whole process of it, or you're actually going to lose some of the like mineral content of it and the nutrient absorption that you're going to get. So right now is kind of towards the end of the blending process. I would throw the raw eggs in, hit it just for a second to blend it into it. You will never taste it, I promise. And just don't bring that smoothie around with you. Let it sit in the sun and then drink it down. Like, I'm gonna drink back that smoothie in the next like 30 minutes, half an hour, and then I'm gonna go do what I need to do. And so that is these amazing chocolate protein smoothies. Mm-hmm. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
No, it's so good. It's actually delicious. And mess around with it and put a little bit more peanut butter in it, put less, depending on the flavors that you like. You can do different fruits, different vegetables as well. Just really watch the food combining. You never want more than 6 to 7 ingredients in a smoothie or your body's having to work too hard to assimilate all those nutrients. So you just kind of have to find that balance of what you truly like. But thanks for joining on this protein smoothie shake make. And we're probably going to be hopping on doing maybe a couple like soups, vegetable soups, and
raw vegetable soups.
And then maybe a couple other like protein shakes or juices that she likes before I head on out of here. I'll be in Texas for about another week teaching and doing non-surgical. So be sure to check us out. Give Romy a call. She's in the Prosper area. Your number is
214-549-3721. So call us and we'll have a space for you to book.
Yeah, and if you just are interested in like learning more about us, check us out at BraveHeartNation.com. Other than that, I wish you Bravehearts all a beautiful day, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye, guys.